Hey everybody, Paint Marine back with another outside the box video and an unboxing of the new Primaris Aggressors easy to build kit. Now, what I like about this, that they've done these easy to build kits now, is it kind of gives a cheaper option, and of course what I think they're kind of shooting for is lower price point. Like I said, easy to build. They come in that blue plastic, so you just snap them together, don't even need glue. Throw them on the table and you're ready to go. Well, let me rephrase. It says you don't need glue, but you do need some glue, at least to glue them to the base. But other than that, you don't really need any glue to assemble them. They're just kind of like a snap fit type of thing. But the other reason why I like them is it gives you a cheaper option to build the other version of the Aggressors. Now, I was kind of fortunate when I got my first couple boxes when they first came out, and I built them as the Bullstorm Gauntlet and grenade launchers. And then obviously, so these easy to build things, the thing about them is part of what makes them cheaper is usually the pose they come is pretty static. Like they have an easy to build Redemptor Dreadnought, and it's not superposable. And then the other thing is the weapon options. You only get like one set of whatever the multiple weapon options there are for it. So there's only one loadout you can actually build them in. So like I said, I was lucky that I built them the opposite of the Flamestorm gauntlets. And we'll look here inside better, but it looks like that's not really even a big issue. So like if you would have built the flamers before, still pick up a set of these easy to build, because you still have the bits, the grenade launchers and the Bullstorm gauntlets left over from the previous kit that you had, and they look like they're going to be pretty compatible. Like I said, I'll get a closer look here in a second, but I feel like it would be a pretty easy I don't know, marriage between the two kits. So as you see, I got two kits, so I can have a full 6-man squad of flamers. And let's open this up and take a look. Alright. So yeah, here's the box. I like the artwork they put on the front of the box. That they're not like normally the front box artwork is the models themselves, like actual pictures of the models painted and everything, but this is more like artwork that they're putting on the front, which is pretty cool. Also kind of catches the eye to those that may just want to play and not necessarily get too deep in the hobby with the painting, but then on the back they do kind of show more, again, like here's a painted model, and then kind of a quick rundown of the assembly. And as it says here, push fit models, no glue required. Miniature supplied, unpainted. But it also includes a rules, assembly guide, a painting reference, and then, yeah. So let's take a look inside here. Yeah, as you can see in the background, I've kind of started laying out more of my guys. Oh, you know what? Maybe I spoke too soon about needing glue for the bases. This is interesting. Alright, yep, I got everything out of there. But yeah, I started kind of getting everything else done. I've got, I think like last count, 75 Primaris models. That's including like the tanks and everything to get painted, just to have my Primaris all painted up. It's going to take a good minute because things are getting pretty busy, but anyway, back to this. So yeah, so first thing I noticed, the bases, they do have holes in them. And here, I'll use this as a background there. You can see a little better there. So they're actually kind of like, what is that? Like yeah. So they're kind of hexagon holes. So you can, I guess, you don't need glue at all. You just need kind of clippers. All right, that's a cool little pamphlet here. All right, shows you how to build. Pretty straightforward. You know, looks like everything is. Yeah. I don't know how different these are from the actual ones, really, other than like the legs here have like these little knobs on them where they fit in. And then you got the rules, quick little paint guide if you want to paint ultramarines, you know. And just more of the rules, all various languages. Alright, well that's pretty straightforward there. And then as you see, we only get one sprue here, nice blue sprue. Yeah, so let me change this lighting a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, pretty straightforward. One sprue since you don't have as many options. They actually, where are the legs? Okay, so let me backtrack again. So these holes are actually not for the legs, because as we see on here, well, okay, backtrack. Yeah, they are for the legs. So yeah, you can kind of see right here on that piece. They do have little pegs on the feet, so you can kind of plug them in. But then also, why I initially thought they weren't for there is there's these little, where are they at? Right here, and here, like some little decorative pieces. Like this is like, looks like a Dark Angel statue, and it's like a servo skull or something. Yeah, servo skull or something like that in the ground. But they have those little pegs. So I thought, well, maybe they're just for the decoration, but it looks like for both. So yeah, so that's interesting there. Yeah, I mean everything. Yeah, there's actually a old bolt gun laying there. Yeah, so pretty straightforward, pretty much what expected. So looking forward to throwing these guys together. Now, one thing I'll say too that I like about the blue, I know some people are, I don't know, if kind of they don't care for the blue sprues. I like them because, as you can see in the background here, for my Star Commander Primaris army, I've been priming them in gray before I do the white. It's just a lot easier to build up from gray to white. But when you're priming gray models, it's really hard to tell with gray paint what you're have primed and what spots you might have missed. So the blue is actually great. Like I've gotten some of the what were they, the First Strike set were blue. When the Reavers initially came out, I first got the easy to build before the other box set came out, which actually, I don't know if you can see. No, not really. I've got a whole stack of stuff I need to do right here. Let me kind of tilt it up a little bit. Yeah, so yeah, right here is the Reavers I still have yet to put together. But yeah, so I don't mind. I like the blue, so it makes it easier, so I can actually tell what I've got primed and what I haven't. But yeah, so I like this. I'm really happy with these easy to build kits they've released. Just again, price point gets people in the hobby quick and fast. But I think more for myself and others that like to, try to essentially bring all the toys that we can, or have enough of the toys available to us as far as war gear when we might want to take it. So being able to have the flamer guys is nice, and swapping them as needed. One thing I'm going to take a look, because I am doing a 6-man squad, or I mean I could build them either ways, but I like to have like one sergeant in the group of 6 and not necessarily have like multiples. So there's this one torso here that has like the little necklace or whatever on it, and that's supposed to be like the sergeant's torso. Now with the other kit, you get an extra torso, so you can either make it like 3 plain like torsos right like this up here, or one guy with the necklace, which is usually your sergeant, and then the other 2 with the plain torsos. So my other aggressors, I made 6 and 1 sergeant, so I have an extra torso from that. And I'm wondering if it'll be compatible with this, so that way I can kind of continue that, I guess that theme or whatever that I like of, not having, or only having the extra, I guess, decoration to the sergeant. But either way, if not, it's whatever. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't look so bad. Like as far as the instructions go, it appears like Yeah, I mean and plus you can see here like the arms are not one piece with like the torsos or anything like that. So I mean these arms are very easily, I can use, you know, if I had the Bolt Storms left over, I could easily swap them out. And then yeah, the backpacks look exactly the same, so I could, even if I had the leftover frag launchers, just put them right there. So awesome. So yeah, so definitely a good, whether you've made the flamers before or the frag storm, these are definitely a good buy to pick up to give you all the options available in the codex. So yeah, so I guess that's all for this unboxing video. Again, I can't say enough of, like, I just really like the price point, and the fact that now I can have, you know, all my options available. All right, well, I guess that's it for now, and until next time.